Hey guys, welcome back to another XRP video. We're taking a look at the price right now where, once again, you have to respect this 1.4167 level. This is exactly what we talked about yesterday. We're seeing the rejection of that level. We're seeing the price falling. Bitcoin is around 65K right now and still showing signs of rejection, still showing signs of seller. So we could be seeing Bitcoin going down to that 60K, which means for XRP as well, this understanding of the potential of XRP going to 1.1 is still obviously on the table. Now, I wanted to back something up I said in yesterday's video, just to show you guys, what I'm talking about is based off of data and historical experiences by me. Now, yesterday's video, what we talked about, and just like what we mentioned at the start, is this 1.4167 level is an area where you can take a look at rejections. And we talked about this particular wicking candle showing the sellers taking, showing the buyers leaving, the sellers taking control, the short sellers piling in. And you can see it happening the same around here as well, where we saw rejection. And this was a level we pointed out. And I want to show you guys this screenshot, which is a trade that I took. And this was after yesterday's video. And it was just to back my point up. Now, I'm still currently in this trade, but you can see the average entry price. And I took the screenshot when it was 1.359. So, of course, right now it's lower by a bit. But this entry price was 1.3953. And I'll tell you guys exactly why I took this trade. Just like we've said, when we get closer, when we see the buyers coming in, as we get closer towards the 1.4167, we're taking a look at short trades. We also pinpointed yesterday about this seller's, or rather this buyer's rejection at this candle over here. So we know that as we approach closer to the level that we are right now, as we approach this pin candle, as we approach 1.4167, we're going to be looking at buyers starting to take profit. We're going to be looking at short sellers starting to pile in on this position. So just like we talked about here, 1.3953, you can see the entry wasn't perfect because the highest point was 1.4074, but we had 1.3953. So we were around here-ish. So this was the area that we took the short trade. So you can see there was still room, but this was because what we deduced was as we get closer to this area, we saw this candle showing volatility. We then started seeing these red candles coming in. We saw the sellers coming in. So I knew to take this short position. And that's why I entered at 1.3953. And then you can continue to see the price starts to fall. This is exactly what I talked about in my yesterday's video. And I just wanted to tell you guys that what I say, what I preach, is also what I do on the chart. Now, at this current state, what we are seeing right now is volatility coming in. You can see that right now, what we have is potential. So previously, where buyers took control here, where we saw buyers coming in, the short sellers potentially closing some position, we see a level of buying at this point. The same thing happened over here. And we see the price going back up. But now what we see is the price continues to free fall. And what I'm looking out for is if we see another set, if we see more support being held at this level, and knowing that previously there was support here, I will obviously close out the position. The thing you have to realize is right now is that essentially these trades are entered on 1 hour. Essentially, if you want to use 15-minute as well, this is something that you can easily do. So these are 1 hour and 15-minute entries that you can take. And this is something that's very simple. These setups will occur so many different times. The ones that take long times to cover and that will wait for more confirmation is obviously the daily, where I will take a short of 1.4167 all the way down to 1.1. But if it's based on a daily time frame, then I will close out the trades based on daily time frame. But because this trade was based on the hourly time frame, yes, I may miss out. If we are seeing support being held here, but then the price bounces back up, but then instantly goes down, but I've already covered, yes, I will miss out. But you have to realize that this was all according to the setup. This was all according to the 1 hour time frame. And so I wouldn't be wrong to exit because that was what my plan originally was. And for the daily swing trades that I took, I will still be in profit. And if I'm using hourly time frame, more setups, you'll have more trades when you trade at 1 hour than when you trade with the daily time frame. It isn't to say that it's better, it's just to say that there are more opportunities because more candles are being formed. And so right now for me, all I'm waiting for is essentially the candles to show whether or not buyers will be coming in at this level again. If so, I will close out this position and it will be around, where we are seeing right now. So this is just to show in terms of what I say, what I preach is what I do. And I just wanted to show you guys that I back it up with action. And I gave this trade idea out yesterday. Yesterday's video, I also gave out a trade, or before that, I gave out a trade idea on Solana, which we also made around 60%. And so it's just to say that make sure you watch these videos to have an understanding of what's going on and take something of what I say, and this is what I'm doing. And now, in terms of the long-term potential, what we're seeing right now is that long-term, we're looking for a flush below yesterday's low. And so if we see consecutively new lows being made on the daily time frame, we may see that potential decline down to 1.1. Now, in the hourly, what we are looking at is that right now, as opposed to Bitcoin, what we are seeing is that XRP isn't making a new low. XRP is showing buyers are coming in at this level. Bitcoin, on the other hand, on the hourly time frame, has actually shown it's made a new low. And so what we are looking at is actually there is a bigger buy exhaustion in Bitcoin than in this XRP. Normally when this happens, it shows that when we do bounce back, you are looking at a bit bigger bounce back in the XRP than you are looking at in Bitcoin. Now, as always, this is financial advice, so do take it as a grain of salt, and I'll catch you guys next time.